Eric, and any other aha moments or realizations in the last few years?
Yeah. Big one is control your own list. So one of the stories that we tell, although it's a painful story, predictive ROI at the very beginning of the organization, we made some really dumb mistakes, some really expensive mistakes. We decided that we were going to host an event, and we had the Field of Dreams mentality, and we rented, rooms at the Marriott. We got really good speakers. We got everything. We got, placement in Success Magazine with our ads, etc. And we believe that if we created something that was so awesome in value that people would just be like kicking down the door to show up. And we had 2 registrants. Cost us $250,000. That's what that mistake was. And what we realized out of that, I mean, aside from like, just the stomach churning nature of the experience in general, was you need to own your list. Your list is your most valuable asset as a company. If you lose all of your current clients, if you have a strong list, you can go get more clients. If you lose everybody on your team and you have a strong list, you can rebuild your team, and then you can go and you can get more clients again. Everything relies on that list. And I think that businesses as a whole need to be really dedicated to building their list in a meaningful way and then taking care of that list. You have to cultivate that. You have to nurture that. So here at Predictive, right, we've got 3 main things that we teach our clients to do: how to grow your list, how to nurture your list, and how to sell to your list, right? But 2 of those pieces are all about cultivating that list and making sure that that list is healthy. And that comes from not being selfish. That comes from not trying to sell too quickly. I know that sometimes we get pushback from prospects who are like, everything you're talking about is like a long-term thing. We want sales tomorrow. Okay. And that's fine. If that is the strategy that you're really interested in, that's cool. That's not us, right? We're all about putting the lines in the water with the right bait and making sure that when the time is right, that client comes to you and goes, man, I am so ready to have this conversation. But when we send out proposals, our acceptance rate is 80 to 90%. We don't waste time trying to get business that isn't appropriate and isn't ready.
Eric, and what specifically do you do or have you found that works very well in cultivating amazing relationship with your list?
So for us, we are relentlessly helpful. I mean, we're big believers in give your best stuff away, and be helpful and be there every chance that you can be. So there's this idea of we want to be every time our clients turn around, we want to be there and we want to be helpful. And for a lot of people, that's like, oh, well, that sounds great, but that sounds like a lot of work. There's no way we can get that done. But the reality is you don't have to be everywhere. You just have to be everywhere that your audience is. And that's kind of a limited number of places. And being helpful is kind of the name of the game. Again, if somebody is not a firm believer in that, we're definitely not the right philosophy for them. But being helpful is something that you should crave. You should be looking for ways to be more useful and helpful for your audience. And the reality is, most of the time, no matter how much you give, no matter how much you teach, no matter how much you provide, your audience isn't going to do it for themselves, right? There's a reason why we have a turnkey offer. That's not because we don't give everything to everybody at other stages. It's because when the rubber meets the road, they need someone to actually get it done. And they're willing to accept that's not their strength. Why would we do that? Let's hire a team who already knows this path and can smooth it out for us. Your clients are going to be the same way, right? They're not looking to reinvent the wheel. They're not looking to clear the path themselves. They're looking to solve a problem. And if you can solve that problem faster and more efficiently than what they can, that's worth what they're paying you. And that's okay.